Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be trying out some new drugstore makeup. So if you would like to see a full face of first impressions, please keep watching. So the first thing I'm going to be trying out, I feel like this has been around for a while. I've just never tried it. It had really good reviews. I saw it on Ulta.com. This is the L'Oreal Paris Magic Perfecting Base Face Primer. And it's actually like a lot smaller than it looks online. Like when I got it, I thought it was going to be like kind of like a big pot, but it's actually really tiny. But I did swatch it in one of my Ulta hauls and it made the back of my hand like super smooth. But this is what it looks like. It doesn't have anything to say, but it does feel really smooth. So if I had to guess, this is like the OG version of the Tatcha primer, the new one in the pot, and then the e.l.f. Pore Perfecting Primer, the one that's supposed to be a dupe for the Tatcha one. Like, I feel like this is where this is first. This came first. It also has the same kind of feel as the Benefit, what's it called? Pore Perfecting Primer, I think that's what it's called. It feels like that as well. So it definitely blurred out my pores, and I feel like a little bit of this goes a long way. That's probably why the container is so small. But again, it's like, because I actually need the like moisture right now, I don't know if this was like the best thing for me to try out, but it did make my skin look really smooth, and it totally blurred out my pores right here. I think this is good. I think this would be better just for the T-zone because I was trying to blend it out on my cheeks and it did not want to go. So I think this would definitely be better to use right here in the T-zone. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some foundation off camera because, as you guys know, I like to do dedicated foundation reviews and wear tests. So I always like to use a foundation that I know I already like, so it gives the other products like a fair chance in my opinion. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply some of this Lancome 24-hour makeup and I'll be right back. Next, I'm going to be trying out this Maybelline Master Camo Correcting Pen. This is in the shade Pink for Dullness for light skin tones. I do like how it has like a little kind of slanted sponge applicator. I really like that. There we go. I feel like that's gonna be like too much, but I'll see. Not the biggest fan of this applicator. This is definitely a salmon shade, which is normally what I like. I like the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Brightener, and then I really like the Becca one. This is weird because this is like a matte corrector. Like the Becca one has like kind of like a shimmer in it to where I think it's meant to like reflect the light back at you. And this corrector is pulling matte, which is fine, but I don't think I've ever tried like a matte pink corrector. I like this to apply it, but I don't like this to blend it out. So I'm going to switch over to a brush. I'm just going to use this Morphe G38 to press it in. It looks good though, like it blended out really nice, and I actually don't really mind the matte part of it. Yeah, it feels really good and it looks nice too. For concealer, I'm going to be trying out the JOAH Truly Yours Full Cover Concealer. I got this at CVS. I think that's the only place you can get this brand. I love the foundation. It's so good. This is a huge tube of concealer. So I have the shade Natural Ivory. It's pretty much all it says. And I really like this packaging too. This has the same consistency as MAC Pro Longwear and the Physicians Formula Insta Ready Concealer. Like, that's what this feels like. Which, those two concealers I love. Ooh, okay, so far so good. And normally I use a brush or a sponge for my concealer, but this looks good, like blended out with my finger, even though I'm gonna go over that, but looks pretty good. So I'm just gonna press that in with my brush. But it feels really lightweight. I don't necessarily think it's full coverage. Like, it looks full coverage when I look in the viewfinder, but like up close I feel like I could still see a little something underneath it, but it does feel like it would be buildable. But this is definitely like high medium coverage concealer. Like the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer is probably like the most full coverage concealer I've ever used. That one, and maybe the Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer. So, but I really like how this looks on my under eyes. And it looks really nice on top of that Maybelline pink corrector too. So I'm going to skip the powder bronzer today, I think, unless I feel like I need more. But I want to try out this L'Oreal Glam Bronze Cushion de Soleil Fresh Glow Bronzer. I believe this is only available in the UK, but I buy this off this website called... I can't think of the website that I buy like UK products from at the moment, but I'll put it across the screen when I figure it out. But yeah, I really wanted to try this, and like I said, I don't think you can get this over here. So it does... It looks just like the Maybelline Cushion Foundation packaging. So you open it up and you do get a mirror, and then you also get the little sponge. And then this is what it looks like. So it's just a little compact. Ooh. This looks like a really nice shade. I'm just going to use what's on the paper first so I don't waste it. And I think I'm going to... Should I use a brush? Let's use a brush first. So I'm going to take this e.l.f. brush and apply it. Ooh, it looks really pretty. It's like a camely shade. I believe that this is the only shade, which is there's no shade name, so I'm assuming that this product only comes in this one shade. So I think this would be really nice for porcelain, fair to light skin, but I feel like it wouldn't be dark enough for medium or deep skin unless you just wanted more of like a natural glow, because I feel like that's what I'm getting like right now. I feel like a little bit of this goes a long way. Like, I did my entire face with just what was on that paper cover. And it looks like it's drying down to like a matte, which is weird because the other like cream liquid bronzers I use still kind of have like a sheen glow to them. And this one pretty much just looks like it went matte, which is fine. So I'm just going to build this up as much as I can because I didn't plan on using a powder bronzer. Ooh, I really like this a lot. I love the shade of it. This is really good. This might be good in the summertime too with like a tan if I just wanted to wear moisturizer and then just kind of like pop this around my face. Like, I might even be able to put it like all over my face when I have a tan. And I'm just using what was on the paper still, and it's like enough to do my whole face. I think this is my favorite thing from this video so far. I'm obsessed with this. So I have one powder to try out, and I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Sheer Under Eye Powder. So I don't know if this is the same as the original e.l.f. Under Eye Powder because I had that too, but I hated the packaging. Like, it was really hard to get product out. So this is a new packaging, so I don't know if it's the same thing or if this is different. So I guess we'll find out. But I did like the other one. I just, like I said, the packaging, trying to get that out was just, oh, a mess. To me, it looks like the same one, but I don't know. So So I'm going to use the Morphe E48 to press that in. I'm just going to go over lightly with my concealer brush to make sure I don't have any creases. I like this. It's definitely like a sheer translucent shade. I don't feel like it darkened up my under eye too much. Like I feel like a lot of translucent or under eye powders in general kind of like darken up my concealer, but this one doesn't look like it did too much. It feels like a lighter, like a more, like this powder to me feels way more lightweight than the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Like that one has like a thicker powder feel. Hopefully that makes sense. Like maybe this is more finely milled, I think is what I'm trying to say. But I think I like this one more than the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, and it's probably like 1/10 of the price. So yeah, I like this. For blush, I'm going to be trying out this new Essence blush. This is Essence The Blush. This is what it looks like. I have the shade 40 Beloved, which is just like a matte, kind of everyday shade, I guess you would say, like a dark rose shade. It's not very pigmented, like you have to build it up, which is fine because like I'm really heavy-handed with blush. But I just realized I didn't set my foundation either with powder. But it looks like this is going on okay. It doesn't look patchy or anything. It's so weird because I feel like when I do my blush facing you guys, it looks like I applied a lot, but when I flip around and I look in the mirror behind me, you can barely see it. So I don't know what the deal is with that. But I think it's like a pretty color. I'm not blown away by the color of the formula, but it's nice. For highlighter, I'm going to be trying out this Revlon highlighter. This is in the shade 304 Prismatic Light. I think this is the lightest shade from this highlighter range, and they have a gold one that's like an almost exact dupe for the Fenty Beauty Trophy Wife. Let's see. Yeah, okay, so you can flip it upside down and you do get a brush and then a mirror. Like it's kind of like a baked metallic formula. So I feel like this would be one of those highlighters that you could wear like this, which is more of like a natural glow from within, or you could get your brush or spray your face with setting spray and then really amp up the highlighter. But I kind of like the more natural glow. I like more of like a heavy highlighter in the summertime, like dead middle of summer when I have a tan. I like to really pack on the highlighter. But for the rest of the year, I kind of just like a subtle one. I don't have any new brow products, so I'm just going to fill in my brows real quick and I'll be back and we'll try out some other products. Brows are on. So for eyes, I'm going to be trying out this Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette. So I believe the name of this palette is the Jewel Collection. I always get confused. It's like Revolution, Makeup Revolution. I think they have like an I Heart Revolution. I don't even know. There's like so many different ones at Ulta. But this is what it looks like. And I actually picked out a different one and they sent me this one in the mail instead, and I just kept it. But there are a ton of shimmers in here. Like this whole top row right here is kind of like pressed metallic shimmers, and then they have more subtle shimmers throughout these two rows right here. But there's only 3 mattes in this whole palette. So what I've been doing lately in my full face of first impressions, I usually try to do 2 different eye looks just so I could use the whole palette. But since this palette is pretty much all the same shades, like I feel like unless you wanted an all over metallic or shimmer eye look, you would have to use like another palette with this because there is only like 3 matte shades. So I'm probably just gonna do like the same eye on both, and then I'll show you guys some swatches. But these metallic shades are really pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the top row. So as you can see here, they're really, really, really metallic. This is the top row. Sorry if it's hard to see. Like, look how pigmented this is. It's crazy. You can see here, that's just the top row. Like, these two shades are definitely my favorite, but you have like a nice like range of just like metallic shimmer shades. And then, like I said, for the smaller pans, they're just like regular shimmers. They look like, I'm gonna swatch a few of those because I'm not really sure. You could use some of these as highlighters too, I think. So these look like they're pretty pigmented too, but the top row is just like a whole nother level. So here's some swatches of just like the regular shimmers. I guess they kind of have like a metallic look to them too, but they're not as intense as the top row. So I don't know what we should do. I think I'm just gonna do like a soft kind of pink look and then pop one of those metallics on the lid. So I'm gonna go in with the shade called, I'm just gonna use all three matte shades. So the first one is Still. It's right here. It's like a peachy light orange shade. So I'm just gonna apply that into my crease. Ooh, it's pretty pigmented, look at that. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade called Baby Face, which is this pink shade down here. I'm just going to apply that kind of on my lid and in my lower crease. These matte shades are pretty pigmented. I just went ahead and threw that pink shade on my lid as well. I'm just gonna mix Still and Baby Face together, the orangey peachy shade, and apply both of them into my crease because I like how they look mixed. And then the only other matte shade in here is this brown, which I thought I was going to use, but I don't think I'm going to. So yeah, it looks pretty pigmented too. It's kind of like a red brown. Shade right here called Lusting. This bronzy gold shade. I feel like this bronze shade right here and then this copper shade would be perfect for the fall time, but I'm going to take this one right there for now. I'm going to apply it with my finger first. Or wait, should I do that one? Yeah. I'm going to apply it with my finger first. Or maybe, okay, I'm gonna apply that all over my lid. I'm gonna spray a little bit of MAC Fix Plus on my MAC 242. I kind of want to switch up the color a little bit, so I'm gonna take the Tactic shade right here. It's like a pink metallic. I'm gonna apply that on top, see what happens. I think I like these shadows applied better with my finger. I like that first shade I put down with my finger, but I feel like it was giving me like fall vibes and I want more like spring-ish today. So let's take, what do we got to choose from? Let's try this To Die For, this shade down here. And I'm gonna apply that in the center. Ooh, this is like a pink gold. Okay, so I think the shimmers in the smaller pans look nice with a wet brush, but I feel like the top row of like the super metallic ones look better with a finger. I'm gonna try Finesse down here and apply that in the inner corner. Looks like a white gold shade. So now I'm going to go back in with Baby Face again, which is the matte shade, and just apply that back into my crease. I just want to like pink it up a little bit. So I'm going to get started on my lower lash line. So I'm just going to take the 2 shades that I put in my crease on my lower lash line, so that was still in Babyface. I'm going to take a smidge of the All Night Matte Brown shade and just apply that to like my outer portion of my eye, just to deepen that up a little bit. I'm keeping that shade really close to my lash line. So I'm pretty happy with my eye look. Again, I feel like this is like the palette that you would have on hand for like a pop of shimmer. I don't think I would be able to use this every single day because I don't want like an all over shimmer eye every day, but I do think it's really pretty and it's affordable. So before I try out a mascara, I want to try out this setting spray. That's gonna be bad, I don't know. This is from the brand Kleancolor and it's the Pro Sealer Matte Finish Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. I got this at Burlington. So let's try. I'm kind of nervous. Let's try this out. So if you could hear the spray, it was very like hard kind of, but it went evenly, like it sprayed evenly all over my face. And I really like the sprayer on that, even though I probably shouldn't have done like a matte setting spray right now because I'm already dry, but hey. I like this actually. It did mattify my skin quite a bit. Like it kind of has like an Urban Decay all-nighter feel to it. Just not as drying if you've tried that, but I really like this nozzle on that. So maybe when I'm finished with this, I'll just put one of my other favorite ones in there where the nozzle like sucks. But yeah, I like this. For mascara, I'm going to be trying out the Maybelline The Colossal Classic Black Mascara. I think I've tried this like years ago, but I have no idea what I think of it. Oh, that's a pretty big wand. Flames are on this. I feel like it's just like lengthening and separating. It's not really giving me any volume, which you would think it would because of how the wand looks. And I think I would have to layer this mascara with a volumizing one because like I said, this just looks like it's like separating them. It's not a bad mascara though. It does have like a drier formula. I'll zoom you guys in so you can see the difference between this eye and my other eye. Yeah, it's not bad, but I would definitely, like I said, have to use like a volumizing one too. So I just applied 2 coats. And I feel like it's like weighing my lashes down. So I feel like this is one of those like 1 coat mascaras, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna apply some lower lash mascara and then some NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the shade Milk in my waterline. Yeah, I feel like my lashes aren't even like up anymore. Like when I look straight, this one's like a little bit more curled. But so far nothing can beat my Maybelline Lash Sensational. Like that is just so good. I have 2 lip products to try out, but I don't have a new lip liner, so I'm just going to quickly line my lips with the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in the shade Bare. So for lipstick, I'm going to be trying out this new Wet n Wild lipstick. I believe that this is brand new. I'm not really sure. This is in the shade Close Off, and it's their High Shine lipsticks. I think it's really cute, but I feel like the container is really hard for me. It's just like the old packaging where if you take off the lid, you're like scraping the lipstick on the side. It's the same thing, but this is a really pretty nude shade. So I would say this is a My Lips But Better. Maybe not as pink, but this is a really pretty shade. I just hate the packaging, but I love this. Like this is definitely a shade I would wear every single day. And I love how there's like a little pair of lips right here too, but the packaging. So for lip gloss, I'm going to be trying out the Milani gloss. This is the Ludicrous lip gloss in the shade 110 Luster Light. To me, it looks like a gold gloss with some like pink reflect in it. Ooh, this actually looks like a really good wand, but I'm not going to use it because I hate getting the lip gloss wands dirty. It has like a creamsicle smell to it. I feel like you can't really see the glitter on top of this lip color. I feel like this gloss would look really pretty by itself, like with nothing on underneath and just like a liner. Yeah, I think it's really pretty, but I feel like you're only going to be able to see the glitter like when I'm in the sun, because I feel like this lipstick is a little too dark for it, so you can't really see it. It did make my lips look really glossy though, but you can't really see the glitter because of the lipstick shade. So now I'm just going to go over every single product that I tried out and let you guys know my final thoughts in no particular order. I just have the lip stuff here, so let's talk about that first. I really like this Milani gloss. It is a little bit sticky, but it doesn't feel heavy. I love this color, like this gold and pink, like it's beautiful. I think it made my lips look really nice and like juicy and wet, but I think this would be so pretty by itself with just a liner. I really like it. It makes me want to look into more glosses like this because I think this whole line of glosses is new. So I really like it, and I really like the applicator too, even though I don't use it, but I would use it if I didn't already have a lipstick on. But yeah, I really like this. Then the lipstick, the Wet n Wild Close Off, beautiful color, but man, the packaging, it seriously drives me nuts when the lipstick scrapes on the side of the lid. It drives me absolutely insane, but it's comfortable, it's pretty. Like, I like cream, kind of shiny lipsticks anyway, so this is like perfect for me, and I love the shade. It really is like a Your Lips but better nude version. I love it. It's just the packaging is... Next we have the setting spray. Now if I'm being honest, I've had this for a while, but I was like, I don't want to use that. I feel like I'm going to hate it and it's going to mess up my makeup, so it's kind of just been sitting there. And then when I was pulling makeup for this video, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to try it out. I've had it for a while and I actually like it. The Kleancolor Pro Sealer Matte Finish Setting Spray, like the nozzle on this is awesome. Like, I have no complaints. I feel like it did mattify my skin quite a bit, but I mean, it's not terrible. Like, it doesn't look overly matte. And I am really dry at the moment, but yeah, I really like this. I think it came in a set with like a primer spray and this, so maybe I'll try out the primer spray and another like full face of First Impressions. But yeah, I got this at Burlington. I'm not sure where else you buy Kleancolor. I know in the past Shop Hush used to sell the brand Kleancolor. I don't know where else you get that brand, honestly, except for in-store Burlington. So yeah, this is good. If you find it, pick it up. Next up, I have the Maybelline the Colossal Mascara. So my favorite mascara is the Maybelline Lash Sensational at the moment. That's my favorite. And so whenever I try out a new mascara, I always compare it to that one because that one lifts, curls, separates, it does everything for me. This just like lengthened and separated, but like I said, it kind of made my lashes droop a little bit. So this by itself is not my favorite, but I think it would be a really good like layering mascara. Then we have the Essence the Blush in the shade Beloved. Like, I have other blushes that I like more. I think it's a pretty shade. It's like an everyday, you know, whatever makeup look you want to do, you could use this shade, but I'm not like blown away by it. But it is pretty, and I think it was like $3, so I can't really complain too much. It is pretty, but it's not like mind-blowing enough for me to buy more shades, if that makes sense. Unless they go in the sale section of Ulta and they're like $1.50, then I will, but... My favorite thing from this video is definitely the L'Oreal Glam Bronze Cushion Day Soleil. I love this. If you can get your hands on it, definitely pick it up. I'm obsessed with it. Like, I love it. I'll check Amazon and see if it's on there. If it is, I'll link it in the description box. But if not, you could just check out the website that I told you guys about and then buy it from there. Next, we have the Revolution Jewel Collection palette. This is not a palette that I would wear every day unless I wanted a pop of glitter, metallic, you know, shimmer shades. I would definitely have to carry around a matte palette to go with it. So normally when I have an all shimmer palette that I really like, I usually pair it with my Kat Von D Shade and Eye palette. So Shade and Light Eye palette that she has, it's all mattes and it has like different like warm tones in it. I can't remember if there's cool tones in it or not now that I think about it. But anyways, I will always like bring that palette along when I know I have like an all shimmer palette. So that's kind of like how I do things around here. But this is really pretty. I think for the price, it's pretty. And like if you do want a palette that just has a bunch of metallic shades in it, definitely pick this up. This does come in, I think, like 3 other versions of this palette, because like how I told you guys, I ordered one but they sent this shade instead. So then we have the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. Like I said, I think this is the OG of its kind. I think it's been around for a while. It's super similar to the e.l.f. Pore Primer, Putty Primer, similar to the Tatcha one. I feel like the Tatcha one's a little bit more silky feeling, but I feel like if the Benefit Professional, is that what it's called, primer and the e.l.f. one had a baby, it would be this guy. So I actually do like this. I just need to wait a little bit until like all my like dry flakes are gone, but it did minimize my pores right here. It totally just like took them off my face. Next up, I tried the Revlon 304 Prismatic Light Highlighter. I like this. I think it's really pretty. It's really nice. It's like a soft, metallic kind of glow highlighter. I really like it. And I also think too, if you wanted to spray your brush first and then apply it, you could really amp it up. But I like how it looks. Just kind of like a natural glow. Next up, this is probably my second favorite from this video. This is the JOAH Truly Yours Full Cover Concealer. I really like this. I feel like you can build it up because it didn't, I mean, I did set it, but it didn't feel heavy underneath the eye. So I feel like if you wanted more coverage, you could definitely add like spot, like where you wanted more coverage. And yeah, I really like this. I really love their foundation too. These are the only 2 things I've ever tried from this brand, but it makes me want to go back to CVS and try out some more because I'm obsessed with these 2 things. But yeah, I definitely recommend the concealer. Then we have the Maybelline Master Camo Color Correcting Pink Pen. I like this too. It's weird though, because like I said, the other like pink correctors I've used always have like some kind of like glow to them, and this one was matte, which was weird, but I actually kind of liked it, so I'm definitely going to continue to use this. I think they had a green color and a yellow color. I know for sure green. Oh, I think it was green and purple is what they had, but normally I don't use any color correcting concealers unless it's pink, so I'll probably just stick with this guy. Then the last thing I tried out is from e.l.f. and it's the under eye setting powder in the shade Sheer. I really like this too. So this hands down is better than the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder in my opinion, and a tenth of the price. So definitely check this out. So that's everything for this video. As always, let me know if you guys have tried out any of these products in the comments below and what you think. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and please don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys later. Bye.